Well, hello again, everybody, and God bless. This is Jonathan Reichel with this week's Real with God video update. I am ecstatic to say that as of yesterday, Saturday, I have become a graduate of the UCF film program for film directors. I was able to walk all the way across the sacred and hallowed, probably hollowed as well, stage inside the graduation zone of UCF, wearing this, my 2009 tassel. Check it out. Adjusting for light. There we go. Check that out. Shiny and crispy and new. And I wore this dangling on my noggin. I wore my full black robes and my flat hat, and I was decked out looking spiffy. And I graduated from film school, from UCF. I completed. And as I was sitting there through the inevitably long ceremonies and speeches and all the fun stuff that occurred there, I was thinking about the idea of completion, the idea of finishing things, the idea of bringing things to an end. And I was thinking about my personal favorite hero, our personal favorite hero, Jesus Christ, and the things that he completed, the things that he brought to an end, the things that he was able to accomplish. And he did many things. He completed many things. Starting even with his birth, he completed and accomplished all throughout his life all of the requirements, every single jot and tittle, every single tiny little piece of the scriptures that was necessary for the Savior of mankind to complete, even from where he was born to how he was born, of a virgin birth, to everything he did throughout his life, healing the sick, cleansing lepers, raising the dead. Everything that he did exactly matched the requirements set out in the Old Testament for what a Savior needed to be. He completed the requirements all the way up to his graduation, I guess you could call it, when he sacrificed his life to finish his degree as Savior of humanity, of Savior of you and I. And he put so much. He gave his life. He gave everything he was so that he could help us graduate, so that he could help us advance to heaven, so that he could provide us a way to no longer be ensnared in the things of the world, but that we could ascend, that we could graduate, that we could enjoy a completion from this life and look forward to the next. And it's kind of interesting, but I was presented this. This is my my shiny new, adjusting for lighting. Check it out, the UCF crest right there. I was presented this, and it was kind of interesting that as we got up there, we're walking across the stage, and they called Jonathan Reichel. And I walked all the way across, and I picked this up, and I felt so proud that I'd earned it, that I'd gotten this thing. And I opened it up, and check this out. That's not just a trick of the light. There actually is nothing in there currently, except for a pretty image of the library. But it's empty. It's blank. And it kind of made me think about how I have to wait. I have to wait for them to print it up. I have to wait for them to, even though the degree is accomplished, that I finished it, I've achieved it, I don't have it yet. I don't have it yet. Kind of similar to how Jesus Christ has accomplished our degree. He's accomplished his graduation, and he's made it available for us to receive our diploma of life. But we still have to wait. We still have to wait for his return to receive it. Just like I have to wait for the mailman to deliver it. We still have to wait for Jesus Christ and his return before we can officially receive our diploma, before we can receive our brand new spiritual bodies, before we can truly enjoy the heaven that is to come. And it's kind of an interesting thought that Jesus Christ has helped us graduate from sin. He has helped us graduate from the sickness and the death and the disease and all the things that Satan wanted to ensnare humanity with. Jesus Christ helped us graduate. Jesus Christ helped us move on and move forward and ascend to something better. And in this time of graduation, in this time of moving on and moving forward, and completion of things. It truly is. It truly is accurate to say that every time something is completed, something else begins. And we all gotta love those beautiful cliches that the end of something is the beginning of something else. But things become cliche for a reason, because they're generally true time and time again. And as I complete this one thing, something else very different, something else very fresh and very new will begin. I'll be starting up my full-time professional work within the film business, within television, within media in general. And there are many new responsibilities and many new requirements that will be made of me, just like when Jesus Christ completed his work and when he graduated. Many new things were required of him, and many new things were required of us. After he ascended into heaven, he's not just, it doesn't say he's lounging at the right hand of God. It says he's sitting on the right hand of God. And he's preparing a place for us. That's what he's doing. He's actively preparing and readying heaven and lining things up, preparing things for us and for when we make our final graduation from this earth into heaven. And just as one thing is finished, a new thing begins. And as we finish things in our lives, and as we move from one thing to the next, we can always remember how Jesus Christ, when he finished one thing, he moved on to the next, and he was ready and excited and looking forward to the final thing that was to come. He was looking forward to the complete graduation. But even he still had to wait for us to get into heaven. We still have to wait. But in the meantime, we certainly have things that we can be doing. We certainly have things that we can be living for, and then we certainly have things that we can be accomplishing for God. And it's exciting to know that the journey never truly is all the way over. That even when we're in heaven, we'll have work to do. We'll have exciting things to take part of. And it'll be constant and never-ending labor with the God of the universe. Makes you feel kind of good, doesn't it? That there's always something to do, that there's always something to keep us active and to keep us excited and to keep us inspired. And that even after we graduate, it's only a commencement. It's commencing. It's beginning something new. So I would love to hear about how you guys are doing, what you have, what you're commencing, what you're beginning, what you're finishing, and how God can bring you blessing because of that. I would love to hear about it. God bless you. I love you. And this is Jonathan Reichel for this week's Real with God. Love you guys. Bye-bye.